And their seventh skater, Rhodes Rankin from Port Hood, who plays with the Cape Breton West U17.
Welcome back, one and all, to the Almagetta Sports Center here in Port Hood, Cape Breton, for this contest as part of the Nova Scotia U18 Major Hockey League in association with High Button Sports. I'm your host, Brendan Maloney. This contest taking place, a rematch from yesterday's matchup. The Valley Wildcats are in hostile territory once again against the Cape Breton West Islanders. And the Wildcats winning yesterday's matchup in the evening by a score of 6-5. Shot off the door, rebound shot, they score! What a start for the Islanders there. It's Colby Fleet again, his third goal in 2 games. And right off the bat, the Islanders strike first here and lead the game 1-0. Barely got my breath out of me, and all of a sudden the Islanders score. Talk about a quick start. And that one hits pay dirt against Aaron Meaden, who got the starting goal for the Valley Wildcats, and Leo Forens in net for the Islanders. Both teams making changes to the goaltending lineup as that one down in deep. Jesse Sinclair beats the icing and he gets a hold of it. Nice dodge of the hit there. Back in front of the net, another chance, and that one blocked aside by Fleet on the defensive position there. On the far side, Hunter McDonald. He's checked from behind by Pay, and that's going to draw a whistle here as McDonald looks to be okay, is just shaking it off here on the wall. And that was Hanley rather with the check, not Pay, excuse me there, as it's going to be a power play for the Islanders. This one brought to you by Zutphen Contractors. As the Islanders have a chance to go up by 2 here in the first. That one dumped in the corner, fired around the boards. Carson McCacken on the near side wall stops it up. Looks to make a move, he lost the puck, and that's fired down the ice by Seaman. Sam Trenum behind his own goal. The old Chisholm dumps it in around off the glass and around the boards. And it looks like the net has gone off its moorings here. Meaden bumped into it on its way around to try to stop that puck behind the goal. This period brought to you by Superline Fuels, worry-free home heating, oil and propane, delivered proudly by local experts. Comforting your family is our priority at Superline Fuels. Once again, this power play brought to you by Zuffin Contractors. As off the tie-ups, Hookshorst wins it to the draw. Trenum drops it off for Chisholm. Moves it across from McCackern. A quick play in front. On off the side of the goal. And that one-timer by McGinnis as it's dumped down the ice. Foran stops it up behind the goal for Trenum. Sam Trenum. Here come the Islanders again. Will Chisholm down the left wing side. Dumps it off the boards and finds Trenum at the point. Trenum looking for a play down low for McGinnis. And that was read well by Arnold. Here comes Trenum trying to escape a hit. There could be a break here if they hurry. As Stoddard tries to get ahead. McCackern hustling back. Stoddard a quick shot, and that one goes wide and into the netting for stoppage in play. You recall from last game, the Islanders led the game 3-2 for quite a while before that game-tying goal by Luke Force in the third, and a go-ahead goal by Pay, which was cushioned by Jesse Sinclair. And it was a bit of a barn burner near the end of the contest, as there was quite a few goals scored in that third period of play to make it 6-5 the final. Not to mention some fights to close the show, so quite a bit of tension in the air here at the Al McGinnis Sports Center to start this contest. As that one dumped down. Ellis on it. Jonah Ellis behind his own goal, looking to set play up here. Just 20 seconds remaining, a man advantage for the Islanders as out comes Hunter McDonald down the left wing side. Drops it off to the point. Pass across is blocked as Watt tried to get it through. Sinclair with the block there. Onto the point to Ellis. Back to Water. With stick check there. McDonald stripped of the puck. Here comes Jesse Sinclair, the captain, down the wing. Moves to the backhand against Ellis. Trying to sweep it in front. That one picked off by Jonah Ellis. We're back to even strength here. Give away in front of shot. Rebound chance for... Close call there. As Fleming was in alone. Shot there from distance goes wide. And quite a few capitalizations were made last game after some defensive lapses by the Islanders. That quick shot by Fleet off the blocker and into the netting. And that's all about that aggressive forecheck for the Wildcats to try to take away time and space for the Islanders' defense and force them to make mistakes. There's that one on display again here just early in the first as they try to tie it there. Hookshorst on the draw. Off the tie-up, picked up there, off the wall. McCackern holds the line. McCackern dumps it in around behind. Davidson chasing it down. Drops it off for Hookshorst in the corner. Hookshorst, he gets checked. Trying to find it to McGinnis. McGinnis, back for Davidson. Now it's with the cycle play here. Davidson turns and shoots, and that one blocked in front. Another chance. One taken away, and here they come the other way to the Valley. Wildcats up the ice with numbers here, trying to spring Connolly in front, taken by Hood on the wall. McCackern fires around behind from McGinnis. John H. McGinnis tries to chip it out. Davidson fires it off the wall, and it gets out to the neutral ice for Hookshorst. Hookshorst backhand off the glass and into the corner as he goes off for a change. Here come the Valley, trying to spring out of the zone is Wilson. Thinks Weiser forcing the play, tries to fire off the wing, and that's taken away by Kieran McDonald, trying to move it in front. Arnold has to retrieve that off the glass and into the netting, or the ceiling beam rather, for another stoppage. Another face-off in the offensive zone for the Islanders here as McCackern sets up on the draw. Kerrigan wins that back. Trying to pinch. Hold it down low. McDonald in front. That one blocked by Hanley. Worked up behind the goal again. McDonald trying to clear it in front. Force moves it ahead for Sinclair. Amos Sinclair down the wing. Chips it past the defense and chases it down. Chisholm on it. He gets checked. But he got it to Trenum. Trenum off the glass and out down the ice. Picked up by Jacob Seaman. Seaman, outlet play for Sinclair down the left wing side. Seeing eye pass there as that's across. Kerrigan tries to get it past Chisholm. Drops it off for Force behind the goal. He's taken off the puck by McCacker with a nice little move. Behind for Chisholm. Not much time and space out there as both teams pressuring defensively. As that one taken by McDonald. Fires it down the ice. He gets a line change here for the Islanders. Plays have to be made quickly and with great accuracy. As that one taken through the neutral ice. Fire down all the way for icing here against the Valley. Another face-off in the offensive zone here for the Islanders. Lex Watt on the draw. Got Aiden McDonald parked at the top of the circle. Possible set play. Taken off. Rimmed around there for Fletcher. He chops at it. Gets it ahead as Hanley looks to chase it down against Ellis. Ellis turns with it. Hounded by two Valley players as Fletcher came in to help him out. Off the near side wall. Arnold turning with it. Backhand feed. Finds Hickey. Back to Arnold. A bumper play defensively there as that's off the near side wall. Picked up by Ellis. He chops at it. Sinclair fires it back in the zone there for the Valley. As that one picked up by McCacken. Thomas McCacken looked to dance. He's stripped of the puck by Fletcher. Drops it off for Hanley. A shot. Oh, a great backhand rip of a shot looking for the top corner. Hit the elbow of Forrest. Another shot from distance. Forrest gloves that and gets the whistle here as the crowd gathers in front here for some skirmishes. And so the mind games once again on display here early in the first. Hunter Hood on the draw. Fleet won the draw clean back to McGinnis. McGinnis off the wall. Knocked out a midair by Fleming, but onto the stick of Chisholm as he fires it down into the corner. Hookshorst on it. Arnold takes a tumble there on the way to deliver a hit. As Hookshorst turns behind the goal. Arnold, a hit to the head there looked like as he got the forearm shiver up on Hookshorst as that's going to draw a penalty. And looks like it might be a double minor going to Arnold as he got the forearm up on that hit. So this one brought to you by Ideal Concrete as the Islanders once again on the power play here looking to make the Valley pay. Possibly get a 2-goal lead here in the first period of play. Hookshorst up against Luke Force. Hookshorst won that draw on the wrestling match as McCacken takes it, fires a shot off the shoulder on the blocker side of Meaden, and down the ice it goes as the Valley cleared the zone. So a double minor here, 3:45 remaining on the power play for the Islanders as Trenum moves it on the left wing side. Chisholm in, dumps it in around, looking to get the cycle going as Seaman fires that off the wall, picked up on the point by Trenum. Trenum drops it off. Chisholm across from McCacken. McCacken waits, drops it to Hookshorst. Hookshorst to Trenum. Trenum across for Chisholm, back to Trenum. Trenum drags and shoots, and that one goes wide. And around for Chisholm once more. Chisholm on the point to Trenum. Trenum back down low for McGinnis. Goes around for Hookshorst, one hands it to McGinnis. McGinnis finds McCacken. Good puck movement here by the Islanders, unable to get to the inside just yet as McCacken moves ahead, backs in front, and that one's blocked by Force as he fires it down the ice to get a penalty killing unit line change here for the Valley Wildcats. Power play unit line change as well for the Islanders. As Trenum moves it on the near side wall, picked up by Colby Fleet. Fleet through the center of the ice, dumps it in around as Hickey makes chase. Picked up by McDonald. Hunter McDonald waits, shoots, and that one sails over the blocker side. McDonald in the corner battling against Sinclair. Delivers a body check on him. As McDonald picks that up, moves it across for Fleet. Off his stick and fired down the ice by the Valley once again. 2:25 remaining in the man advantage here as McDonald picks it up behind his own goal. Aiden McDonald gathering speed through the neutral zone. McDonald dipsy-doos into the corner and fires it to, or Kieran McDonald rather, as he unable to get possession and fired down the ice there once again by the Wildcats. Stopped up by Forrest behind his own goal for Ellis. Jonah Ellis down halfway through the double minor here. The Valley have killed the first half of that hit to the head penalty. As that one dropped to McDonald. Over to Ellis. Ellis steps in and shoots. That one gloved down by Meaden to the screen for a stoppage in play. So line changes to start this draw once again. So taking the place to the left, the goaltender Aaron Meaden. And took shorts on the draw. Up against Hunter Hood. Hood gains possession, fires it off the glove of Trenum, who holds the line, moves it across to Chisholm, a shot, and that one sails past the blocker side once again. It looks like Meaden got part of the shoulder on that as that one moved into the corner for hook shorts. Off the boards to Trenum. Trenum walks the line, slides it across to Chisholm. Will Chisholm, leading goal scorer for the Islanders. 14 points in 11 games. That one dumped down. Stopped up behind the goal by Florence for Trenum. A minute and 15 seconds remaining here in the advantage for the Islanders as that's moved across. Chisholm fires in the corner. Picking it up on the far side was McCackern, who got it in deep for McGinnis. Back to McCackern. McCackern on the point to Trenum. Trenum across to Chisholm. Back to Trenum. Walks the line, holds on, slides it across to McCackern. McCackern waits, shoots, and that one sails over the glove hand side and into the netting. There's 53 seconds remaining in the power play for the Islanders as they make a power play unit line change. And Colby Fleet steps up to the draw against Luke Force once again. Power play brought to you by Ideal Concrete. Off the draw, move to the point to McCackern. Across for Ellis. Ellis holds on, drops it off for Fleet. Fleet tried to pass it in front. That was blocked by Hanley into the netting for another stoppage as it could have hit the ceiling there. Fleet, one back to Ellis on the point, spinning with it. Ellis moves it across for a chance for McCackern, looking for a tip by Watt, and that one went wide. Fired all the way down by the Valley. And just 30 seconds remaining on that double minor. As the Wildcats looking to kill this one off up to the right wing for Watt. Watt skates in wide, passes in front, and unable to make the play was Davidson. Is that on the point to Ellis. Ellis moves it across for McCackern, who waits and shoots, and that one blocked in front. Another backhand shot, that one goes wide. Unable to get those shots through the wall of defensive capability there of the Valley. Getting bodies in front and forcing the shots to the outside. Is that one lead pass for Watt. Watt makes a move, dipsy doos, and shoots, and the save made there. Swallowed up by Meaden, who gets the whistle. And this will cause the TV timeout to ensue here.
Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple.
And we're back with this offensive zone face-off for the Islanders here as Aiden McDonald steps up to the plate. Hood chipped that down the ice as Chisholm has to make chase. Find his own goal, hounded by Connolly. Chisholm on the back end off the wall. Picked off here by the Valley as Connolly goes into the corner against McGinnis. Shipped out to neutral ice, chasing it down is Wilson. Seaman gets there first. McGinnis trying to take that off the defense. It's moved ahead to Hood. Hunter Hood holds on. Feed in front of that shot. Off a stick and wide as McGinnis got a piece of that. On the point to Wilson. Wilson shoots it from distance and a glove save made. And Hood and McGinnis get into the mix in front of the net. As Florence seeing that one through the screen gets the whistle here. Jesse Sinclair on the draw here for the Valley. Up against Carson McCacker. Fletcher going after it in front, taking away by McDonald and spinning with it there as Hanley gets it onto the stick of Florence. McCacken turns behind his own goal, looking to step out front. Outlet pass is picked off by Hanley. Spins it for Fletcher. Fletcher across and unable to get there with Sinclair as he turns with it. Drops it down low. McCacken on it. Off the near side wall. McDonald delivers a check in the corner. On the point to Wilson. Wilson a shot from distance. Gloved down by Florence. He saw it all the way. Well, some good pressure on those last two shifts by the Valley here. Shots are all even up at 7 apiece. Just over the halfway point of the first. Wilson on the point. Shot there. Off the paddle of the stick of Florence. A face-off will reset play here as the Valley Wildcats line discussing some strategy to head into this face-off. On the point, Wilson a shot blocked by Hookshorst. He got in front of that one as Fletcher traces it down the corner. On Sinclair, Fletcher on it. Turns, tries to drop it down low for Sinclair. Jesse Sinclair holds on, chips it off the boards to the point. As Seaman holds on, shoots, deflected off the skate of Ellis and wide. Ellis holding on to it. Good moves under pressure, slides it ahead to Chisholm. He can't clear. Taken by Sinclair. And a hand pass called on the play. And that one's whistled down. Face off on neutral zone ice just outside the Islanders zone as Fleet steps up against Kerrigan. Chisholm on the wall, tried to clear. He was checked. Taken here by Lucas. Chisholm moves it ahead. Hickey on the backboards, or off the sidewall rather, as that one taken by Kerrigan in the corner. Stripped to the puck. Chisholm out front of the net looking for Fleet on the one-timer and hopped over his blade. Ellis holds the launch, tries to shovel it in front and loose. And able to make a play there was Chisholm. Pass in front, one-time shot, rebound chance, and that one goes wide. And it's a hooking call taking place here. Likely going against the Valley on that play against Chisholm. So once again, Hickey going to the box this time. As this power play brought to you by Zepfin Contractors. Islanders once again with another golden opportunity here on the power play in the first. The Islanders have successfully killed the Valley successfully killed all the penalties thus far in this game, but the Islanders looking to break free on the power play option and get a 2-goal cushion here in the first. Watt onto the point. Stepping in as McDonald, drops it for Watt. Watt a shot, and that one deflected wide. Fleet carries it in. Drops it for McDonald. McDonald back for Fleet. Fleet turns on the wall, finds Ellis. Back to Fleet. Valley looking to keep them to the outside as that one moved across for McDonald. Back to Ellis. Ellis shoots, and that one through a screen was blocked by Seaman and onto the corner. Taking it onto the point to Ellis. Ellis across from McDonald. McDonald stops up. Holds on, drops it for Watt. Watt turns with it. Trying to make a move past Arnold. Arnold gets the body on him. Trying to loose him from the puck. There's Watt holding on to it. Slides to the point to Ellis. Good job by the Valley to keep it to the outside, unable to clear just yet as Watt turns it in. Seaman gets a hold of it. Stepped in, held the line by Ellis. A shot through a screen and gloved down by Meaden. He holds on for the whistle. We're just about halfway through this penalty. Valley looking to kill off another one here. As Hookshore steps up to the plate against Sinclair. Captain against captain. Power play brought to you once again by Zuffman Contractors. Off the draw, one to the point to Trenham. Moves it across from McCacken. Back to Trenham with a touch play. Trenham shoots. That one pad save there by Meaden. On to the point. Soft area pass is picked up by Sinclair. And not looked to have touched the bench. Seems to be as face-off taking place once again in the Wildcat zone. Hook short on the draw. Sinclair won that in the corner. Hanley moves it around. Off the near side down. Taken behind the goal by Sam Trenham. On the near side for Carson McCackern down the wing. McCackern, he's checked, and he gets it around the boards to McGinnis. He leaves it for Chisholm. Trenham on the point. Saucer pass from McCackern. McCackern across for Chisholm. Chisholm a shot through distance, glove down. On the deflection by Meaden for the whistle. Just 14 seconds remaining in that penalty to Hickey. Hunter Hood on the draw in the defensive zone against Jack McGinnis. McGinnis wins the draw to Davidson, onto the point of McGinnis. John Hugh McGinnis fires through a screen. And the Valley taking exception to that pressure here. And looks a little bit of a slash action there after the whistle. Jack McGinnis on the draw against Connolly. And it looks like Connolly's getting tossed from the draw here as Hurd has to step in. Off the draw, the tie-up. Davidson gets a hold of it. Knocks it in the corner there. Watt behind the goal. Off the boards. And Mitchell Ice. Islanders are offside. They'll have to tag up here. Is that one picked up by Seaman? Drops it off. Arnold. Through Mitchell Ice. Fires on the right wing side. Sinclair. Or Fleming rather. Drops it for Arnold. Back to Hood. Hood trying to chip into the zone. Off the stick of McGinnis, and he falls at the blue line. And that's going to be an offside call here. Face-off in the offensive zone here for the Valley Wildcats. As they successfully killed off another penalty here as Hood on the draw. Brings it over to Fleming. If the Islanders win the puck battle here, is that one taken here by McDonald. Gives it away to Connolly as he sets it back for Seaman. Looking to find Hood. Hood chases it down. Shoots! And a bobbler of a shot. Glove down on the half-speeder by Forrence. Ones are hard to read. Discussion with the offensive lineup for the Valley as that play in front was blocked. Fleming gets a stick on it. Ellis on the near side for Chisholm. Off the boards. Taken by McDonald in stride. Hunter McDonald down the wing. Rims it around the boards. Fleming on the reception. Taken away by McDonald. Moves it deep to Hunter McDonald. Pass in for the net. Chance and unable to pull the trigger on the backhand was Kieran McDonald. The McDonald line on the ice now. All three McDonalds. As that one drops to Ellis. Ellis a shot. Deflected in front by Hunter. On to Kieran now. Kieran a shot. Cleared in front again. Unable to get the shot away. Ellis on it. Back in the corner. Aiden McDonald tying up there with Seaman in front of the net. Is that one taken down the ice here by Fleming. In transition, Fleming clears it out. Looks like some skirmish behind the play here. As it looks like going to be coincidental minors here. And my mistake, it looks like there might be just one penalty on the play here. Find out the result here shortly. It looks like some mechanical issue with the door here on the penalty box area. And looks like the rink staff are trying to figure out the problem here. It looks like they have it sorted. Once again, this power play brought to you by Ideal Concrete. So the Valley Wildcats, 2 minutes on the clock with a man advantage here. As Hunter McDonald serves his time in the penalty box with that hook behind the play. Sinclair on the draw against Hookshores. And looks like there's a double minor being called here. Back in front. That's my mistake. It's going to be 3:57 now on the clock for the penalty. This will last the bulk of the remainder of the first period if the Islanders are able to kill it off, that is. As the Valley look to get their first power play marker of the game as that's across to Seaman. Seaman moves it aside, gets it back. Finds Kerrigan. Kerrigan back for Seaman. Across. That one hopped off a Force's stick into the corner for Fletcher. Fletcher checked there by Trenum. Force gets a hold of it. Luke Force down low for Sinclair, off the boards for Kerrigan on the point. Kerrigan finds Seaman on the line. Good reception of that pass as he skates in. Dangles free, unable to get the shot away. Follows it up though and it shoots, and that one goes wide. Valley with some good pressure here. So quite a bit of time remaining in the power play. That one down low for Sinclair. Sinclair on the point for Fletcher. Fletcher across for Seaman. Good puck movement here by the Valley. Moved across to Kerrigan. Islanders going to keep them to the outside. Fletcher. Across for Seaman. Pass across. He's a shot. And a blocker save. Moved in front and unable to get a shot free there at the side of the goal. Kerrigan turns with it. Kerrigan down low for Sinclair. Sinclair. Pass in front of that shot. What a save that was by Forens. Coming across with the glove and robbing his man in front. And Seaman who got the one-time off. That'll get the crowd into the game here. Leo Forens, his biggest save of the game thus far.
Islanders penalty number 1500 Donald. 2 minutes for hooking and 2 minutes for interference with the goalie. Time of the penalty is $4.
O'Connelly on the draw here for the Wildcats. Moves at the point to Hood. Hood turns with it on his off wing, steps free, drops it off to Fleming, back to Hickey. Hickey a shot through traffic and a stick save there by Florence as he steered it into the glass. Connolly in front of the net, deflected. And that one hops into neutral ice. Hickey turns. Up against Davidson. Fleming turns with it. Hounded there by Davidson on the forecheck. Up to Hood. Hunter Hood. Lead play there. Finds Hanley, drops it off for Fleming. Fleming tries to find Hood and stride there, taken off by McGinnis. Loose in front here, taken by Hood. On to the point to Hickey. Hickey back for Hood. Hood drops it off for Fleming. Fleming drags and shoots, and that one sails over the glove hand side. Back in front of that shot. What a save that was! Again, Leo Forrence robbing Hunter Hood in front of the goal. The glove is hot today. That one really got the crowd into it. And some taps from his teammates there. On to the point, Seaman. Steps free, drops it off to Kerrigan. Kerrigan down low for Sinclair. Sinclair. Seaman. Gets it back, number 55 on the point. Drops it across for Kerrigan. Down low for Sinclair. Sinclair. Good pressure here by the Valley. Still a minute 18 remaining on that penalty. Down to the second penalty to McDonald. Seaman on the point. Down low. Here's a chance, and that one sails over the goal. Unable to hold the line there as Chisholm sticks it ahead. And Seaman turning with it. Just a minute remaining here in the first period of play.
Last minute of play in the first period.
Here come the Valley Wildcats, dropping it off to the point to Kerrigan. Throwing it across for Seaman. Shimmies and shakes at the point, almost taken off the puck, but Kerrigan gets free. Kerrigan across. Drag move and a shot. Save made. Rebound fought off by Forrence. He gets the whistle here. Once again, this power play brought to you by Ideal Concrete. Has 44.5 remaining on the clock. 41 seconds remaining in the penalty. Looks like there's a penalty call in the play against the Islanders once again here. As Carson McCackern this time going to the penalty box. So once again, Ideal Concrete sponsoring this power play. The Islanders are able to kill that first penalty to McDonald. They'll have to kill another one starting the second to McCackern. Is that one taken away? Shot there, save made by Forrence to the screen. Gets the whistle. And some trash talking in front of the net between Ellis and Hickey. On the draw, Sinclair wins it onto the point. Hood. Hunter Hood down low. Gets it back. Hood a shot. Save, or blocked in front rather, by Hookshorst getting the body in front of it. Fleming across. Stepping free is Connolly. Moves it across there, looking for a one-time option for Hanley. Gets it back. Connolly stepping in. Cross it for Hanley. Hanley drags and shoots. Save, rebound chance in front. It's loose, and it's still loose and finally covered. What a chance that was, and Leo Forrence diving on that loose puck with 9.7 remaining in the first. And looks like there's a slashing call coming on the play. It's going to go against Hanley. As we'll likely start the second period with some 4-on-4. Not before a 4-on-3 advantage for at least this 9.7 remaining. As two players in the box for the Islanders and one player in Hanley for the Valley. Off the draw. Fired out to neutral ice. Ellis has to chase it down. One last stride after that, taken by McCackern. Up the wing, fires it down the ice. And that'll do it here for the first period of play. 1-0 for the Islanders after one. This intermission is brought to you by Ron McGilvery Cheb Buick GMC. Whether you're looking for a new or a new-to-you vehicle, Ron McGilvery Cheb Buick GMC has you covered. With a wide range of selection, amazing deals, knowledgeable and friendly staff that will get you into your dream vehicle. Visit Ron McGilvery Cheb Buick GMC and Ron McGovey certified pre-owned setter at 75 St. Andrew Street, Antigonish, or call at 902-863-2803. That's 902-863-2803, or shop online at rmggm.com. That's rmggm.com. The Islanders would also like to extend a thank you to Zuffin Contractors and Ideal Concrete for participating in their co-branding program. In addition to being a member of the Islanders sponsorship team, they will also be sponsoring tracksuits for the 2025-26 coaching staff and players. And also a special thanks to Nova Trophy for providing the Islanders players and staff with Islanders hoodies. Thank you to them as well. Stay tuned, folks, for the second period coming at you live shortly. The Islanders and the Valley Wildcats make their way back onto the ice surface for this second period of play. Shots were 16-13 in favor of the Wildcats after the first. The score remains 1-0 for the Islanders. On that first period goal by Colby Fleet stands as the only one scored so far in this game. See if things open up here in the second. As Forrence made some highlight reel saves near the end of that first period of play while the Islanders were killing that penalty. Taken off a draw by Seaman. And on the near side. McDonald gets his stick knocked out of his hands. That's moved across to Trenum. Trenum outlet play for Chisholm. Lucas Chisholm down the left wing side. Dumps it into the corner. They start the cycle here for the Islanders. We'll have 55 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey here. That one cleared in behind the goal. Chisholm pinches. Trades places with McDonald. Picked up here by Sinclair. Finds his man in Wilson. Battle for the neutral ice. Fletcher going to have a breakaway here. Here comes Fletcher. The long shot. He scores! It's Fletcher. And it's an even strength goal at 4-on-4. Ties the game up at 1 here in the second. And once again, that hard forechecking pressure by the Wildcats forces a turnover from the Islanders defense, and they capitalize, making no mistake. As Nolan Fletcher beats Forrence on the glove-hand side. Fleming chasing it down against McCackern. One covered up. By Forrence.
Valley Wildcats goal scored number 8, Nolan Fletcher, assisted by 23, Jesse Sinclair, and 55, Jacob.
Off the tie-up, off the boards, or glass rather, and out to neutral ice. That one picked up by Fleming as he turns. Fleming trying to make a drag move. A nice one under pressure there. Gets it past Hookshores. Fleming saucered out off a stick and past force as he battles forward against Ellis. Ellis on the backboards finds McCackern. Thomas McCackern on the right wing for Ellis. Ellis outlet play for Chisholm down the wing. Chisholm drops it off for Ellis. Touch play for McCackern. Holds the line. Across for Carson McCackern. Outlet play all the way across, and a good stick check there by Hickey. Or poke check rather to block that pass. McCackern turns it on the left wing side. Thomas McCackern trying to work it down low for Carson McCackern as John Hugh McGinnis stops that up. Picked off by Arnold. He clears it out to neutral ice. Will Chisholm now. Fires into the corner. Around the boards for Hunter McDonald. Waits. Slides it across to McGinnis. McGinnis a shot through a screen. Deflected wide. As it looked to hit Will Chisholm in the skate. Looks slightly shaken up on that, but he fires it free, trying to find the point man in Lucas Chisholm as he turns with it to neutral ice. Finds McGinnis. John Hugh McGinnis down the left wing side. Holds on to it. Tries to slide down for a one-time shot. Save made. And a rebound cleared away. As here they come the other way. Through the Valley. Down the wing. Drag move inside. A shot there by Connolly, and that was blocked. And finally covered there. A hard cross check in front of the net there. And that's going to draw a penalty. And the official taking exception to that. As John Hugh McGinnis goes to the box to serve that cross-checking penalty. So this power play brought to you by Zeppelin Contractors. Once again, this time going to the Valley Wildcats. 2 minutes on the clock with the advantage for them. They've tied the game really in the second. They have a chance to climb ahead with a power play marker here if they can get another one past Florence. Off the draw, cleared out. Kerrigan tries to get a stick on that. Looking in the corner. Kerrigan drops it off for Force. Gave it away to Trenum. Trenum on the back end and able to clear. Fletcher intercepts that. Fletcher out in front. That's shot there. And it waved off. The net was off the moorings. As the Valley are celebrating, but the net was off the moorings at the time. And so face-off will take place in neutral following that. And it was initially stopped on the right pad by Florence on the cross-crease pass. In this goaltending style, they move post to post. The momentum of the body of Florence knocks the goalpost off the moorings, as well as the pressure from Sinclair there on the post. Try to jam that one in. Fletcher, delayed penalty coming up here against the Islanders, as this will be a 5-on-3 advantage now. As a slashing call is made here, and Sam Trenum will go to serve it in the box. Once more, this power play brought to you by Zutphen Contractors. And once again, some trouble with the penalty kill, or penalty box area. Justice Sinclair on the draw on the offensive zone. 5-on-3 advantage for the Valley for 1:37 as that moved across. Seaman steps in, waits. Turns with it, drops it off to Fleming on the point. Fleming trying to find a shooting lane. Shoots it through distance, tipped on goal, a rebound chance in front. Cleared wide as Ellis got a stick on that. And Hookshorst fires it down the ice for the Islanders to kill some time. As Jacob Seaman picks it up behind the goal. Seaman down the right wing side. Fires in around the boards. Ellis goes to chase it down against Fleming. Dropped off to Sinclair. Sinclair moves it across for Seaman. Drags and shoots. Glove saved by Florence, but it popped off and behind the goal for Fleming. Fletcher across for Seaman. Seaman back in front for Fletcher. Turns with it. Toss it back off for Seaman. Jacob Seaman on the point. Holds onto it. Slides it across for Fleming. Fleming drags and shoots, and that one blocked in front on the Cochran. Hookshorst on it. He delivers a body check. Unable to clear it though. Here comes Seaman once again. Drops it off. Here's a chance. Fleming a shot. That one sails over the goal on the deflection into the netting for a stoppage in play. Well, still 5-on-3 for another 28 seconds here. And Sinclair once again on the draw here, this time against Carson McCacker. Off the draw, picked up by Seaman. Shot there from distance, tipped on goal, and a save made to the screen. By Florence, he gets the whistle. Off the draw, move to the point. Seaman on the deflection. Carson McCacken tried to clear, unable to do so. Worked down low. On the goal, Fleming. Little shimmy and shake, drops it off to Fletcher. Fletcher skates in, waits. Moves wide. Drops it off for Hood. Hunter Hood across. Down low. Pass in front, that one blocked. And out to neutral ice. Out of the box is John Hugh McGinnis. Down the wing. Shoots, and the save made. Rebound chance in front. That one stopped as well on the glove by Meaden. With robbery there on Carson McCacker. What a save that was. Kerrigan won that draw into the corner. Islanders looking to press here. Davidson strips his man to the puck, skates in, shoots, and that's a pad save there by Meaden as that one cleared off to the ceiling beam for a stoppage here once more. Kieran McDonald steps up to the plate against Braden Kerrigan. Arnold. Backhand feed across. Force gets knocked to the ice hard. As here comes Watt down the wing. Watt, backhand feed in front, and unable to pull the trigger there was Davidson. Physical play becoming a factor here in the second as Watt turns with it. He's checked into the boards and shaken up on the play here. As here comes Hickey now. Hickey, play across to Force. Force out of the play, looking to spring Connolly, and Ellis was back to pick that up, and he takes the tumble into the boards. That one out and down the ice by the Islanders. And that'll be icing against them here. Started on the draw against McDonald. Tying up in the circle area. Quick shot off the draw there. Pay turns around. Tries to spread it in front. There's McDonald and Stoddard in a wrestling match there in neutral ice. Is that one taken ahead? And head hard check there on Hanley as McHacken and Hanley come together. Got an even matchup there. Check there as McDonald gets knocked to the ice by Hanley. On the point, McGinnis moves it across. Here's a chance on the point, a shot there. Blocked by Meaden as Hanley was taken down in front, and that's going to draw another penalty here. As Kieran McDonald will go to the box here for interference. Once again, the Islanders unable to stay into the box here. As this power play brought to you by Ideal Concrete will go in the favor of the Valley Wildcats, trying to spring ahead here in this game. A face-off in the offensive zone for the Wildcats. Once again, this power play brought to you by Ideal Concrete. Off the draw to the point to Hickey. Hickey drops it off. Hood down low. Back in front of good poke check there. Another shot. Save, rebound chance cleared away. Trenum off the glass and a funny hop out of the zone as Fleming chases it down. Morgan Fleming through neutral ice. Dances with it, turns. Fleming onto the point to Hickey. Hickey back across for Hood. Hood with a play down low, that hit a stick and went into the netting for another stoppage in play. This second period brought to you by West Nova Fuels, worry-free home heating, oil and propane delivered proudly by local experts. Comforting your family is our priority at West Nova Fuels. Once again, this power play brought to you by Ideal Concrete. The Valley with a minute 25 of power play time left here as they try to gain possession off that draw. Hood takes a hold of it. Hood drops it off on the point, gets it back. Playing catch with Hickey across to Fleming. Fleming a shot off the toe save there for Florence. That one taken up again. Cross to Fleming. Fleming on the point. Works it down low for Connolly. Isaac Connolly drops it off. Cross for Fleming. Fleming tried to center it for Connolly and unable to get a shot away there was Hood. As Fleming chopped out there and into the stands. Another stoppage in play. Sinclair on the draw. Force battling for it there on the near side. Fired down the ice for the Islanders. It kills some time on this penalty. Seaman chases it down here for the Valley. Behind the goal, looking to reset the play. Drops it off for Jesse Sinclair. Gathers some speed coming through neutral ice. Here he comes. Working around behind. Holds on to it. On to the point. Hanley across for Seaman. Kerrigan rather. Seaman back across for Kerrigan. Kerrigan back for Seaman. Seaman across for Fletcher. Fletcher down low. Force. Seaman. Seaman steps in, shoots, deflected there, save made, rebound chance for Fletcher. He fires that one off the side of the goal. Loose in front, given away to Seaman, unable to clear here. Moved across. Turning where is Sinclair. Sinclair off the backboards, finds Fletcher. We're back to even strength here. On the side to Force. Force, back for Seaman. Seaman on the point, waits. Takes. Blocker saved by Forens. Here comes Chisholm down the wing. He chops it out to neutral ice. Arnold on the back end, almost give it away to McDonald there. And taken by Watt, finds McDonald. McDonald with a nice dancing move. Turns in the corner, tries to shovel it in front and picked off by Force. Outlet play for Sinclair. Sinclair, back for Force. Force down the wing, tries to dance by. Johnny McGinnis picks it off and drops it off for Watt. Watt hounded by Stoddart, gets it ahead. Arnold picks that up. Holds on and fires it across for Pay. Johnny McGinnis, checked by Pay on the wall, but he gets it ahead as Wilson gets a hold of it now. Wilson hounded there by Davidson, who takes him for a ride to the wall. And the net coming off the goaltender there as that one whistled down as the net almost knocked out the Mornings as Davidson ties up with Wilson in front of the net. And some more drawing there. The helmet was ripped off of Carson McCackern as that will likely draw a penalty here. And coincidental minors being called here. And McCackern gets called on the misconduct here. So he'll have to sit for 10 minutes. And a 5-minute major likely being called here. We'll get to see shortly what the penalties are as they'll come over the PA system. That's the exact nature of the calls. So some discussion between the coaching staff and the officials here as to the nature of the calls. Whether it's going to be 5-on-5 or 4-on-4. 5 minutes apiece on each side, likely. And so a game that ended last night with a couple fights is already just halfway into the regulation. We already have quite a bit of skirmishes in front of the net. And so it looks like we will have 5-on-5. As finally able to take the draw here is Hunter McDonald up against Stoddart. Off the tie-up, trying to get the possession of it there. As Davidson's lost his stick, has to gather it in. Taken away by Stoddart down the wing. Tries to slide it free for Sinclair, taken away by Ellis. Ellis on the back end finds Davidson. Ryan Davidson springs Watt. Watt turns, shoots, so that one sails over the glove-hand side. Whistled down as they caught the netting. Hunter McDonald on the draw. Hood wins the draw clean. Back off the boards. John Hugh McGinnis tries to hold the line. Davidson chips it ahead of Wilson. Arnold fires it around the boards. Stopped up by Ellis on the point. Keeps it alive for the Islanders. Down in the corner. McDonald in front. Relay there for Davidson. McGinnis follows it up and turns it into the corner. McDonald behind the goal. He gets checked. Knocked to the ice. Davidson. Turning with it. McDonald behind the goal. And that'll draw a penalty here. And it's a head contact penalty. As McDonald checking up on that check. As Wilson. And they go to the box here. So this will be the power play opportunity for the Islanders here. Brought to you by Zephyr Contractors. On a 4-minute double minor for a hit to the head. Going against the Valley Wildcats. Hook Shorts on the draw. Into the side, moved across to Chisholm. Chisholm out front, and that one blocked in front by Hanley. Hanley picks it up. Skating through neutral ice. Hanley chips it into the corner, chases it down against Trenum. Chisholm picks it up. Will Chisholm drops it off for Trenum. Sam Trenum. Play on the right wing for Hook Shorts. He dances with it. Drops it off for Davidson. Davidson dances. Unable to get the shot away though, and that goes out to neutral ice. As Sam Trenum goes to pick it up. 3:25 remaining on the double minor here. Advantage to the Islanders as Trenum works wide. Chips it ahead to Chisholm. Will Chisholm down the left wing side. Holds on. Chips it around for the cycle play here. Off the far side, Boyd Sinclair picks it up and chips it ahead past Trenum. Sinclair looking to chase it down here. Shoot, save, made with the pad by Florence. Trenum picks it up. Dances on Sinclair. Trenum. Outlet play, finds McGinnis. Jake McGinnis down the right wing. Drops it off for Hunter McDonald back on the ice. Across to Chisholm. Chisholm a shot blocked by Hickey. That one looked to be quite a painful one. He gets back into play. Across for Ellis. Ellis, one time for McDonald and a quick save made by Meaden. McDonald again trying to slide in front. Picked off there. And skated out. Oh, and looks like a play there. Neutral ice going to draw a penalty here. As McDonald ties up with the player in Sinclair. Neutral ice, it looks like. It wasn't Hanley, I'm not sure. But either way, we're going to be back to 4-on-4 here. As Hunter McDonald makes his way to the box. And that'll take our TV timeout here. Excuse me, we're just going to commence with the draw here. 4-on-4 hockey. And we will do the TV timeout here.
Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple.
We're back with this offensive zone face-off here as Fleming steps up to the plate against Colby Fleet. Taken off the tie-up by Fletcher. Fletcher shoots off the goal post. He beat Florence, but he couldn't beat the iron as Seaman gets a hold of it now. Seaman steps to the back end, slides it across to Fleming. Fleming shoots, and that one past the blocker side. Seaman on it now. Turns, hounded by Fleet. Finds Fletcher in the corner. Fletcher trying to feed Fleming. Fletcher again. On the point. Waits. Holds on. Moves wide. Fletcher. Going for a skate in the offensive zone. Trying to center it in front. Arnold winds and he puts it down low for Fleming. Picked off by Lucas Chisholm. Chisholm. Outlet there for McDonald. Gets past him. And moved back to neutral ice. Taken up by Ellis. Ellis skating in. Shoots on against the grain shot off the toe of Meaden. A hard check there. Here comes Arnold down the wing. Finds Fleming. Fleming tries to spring Arnold there as he tries to get past Ellis. As Arnold and Ellis tie up there in the corner. Aiden McDonald drops it off for Ellis. He's hounded by Hood. Near side for Lucas Chisholm. Chisholm turns with it. All the way up the ice for Kieran McDonald. McDonald springs Aiden McDonald. Nice move to the outside. Shoot save made. Rebound chance cleared aside. What a move that was by Aiden McDonald. And able to snipe it past Aaron Meaden. That's turned here by Thomas McCacken behind the goal. Drops it off for McDonald. McDonald. Outlet play for Watt. Lex Watt. Checked there by Hood. Knocked off the puck. Here comes Hunter Hood now. He tried to make a move. He was stripped of the puck. As Trenum gets a hold of it now. Trenum. Hard outlet all the way down. Finds McDonald, but it's taken away by Hood now. Hood. Saucer play ahead for Connolly. Connolly back for Hood in front and unable to get the shot away. Hood onto the point to Hickey. Out to neutral ice. And now the Islanders have a man advantage for 23 seconds as that's dumped into the corner. Stopped up by Forrence. Trenum picks it up. Trenum outlet there for McCacken in stride. McCacken drops it off. Here comes Hunter McDonald. Trying to feed it back in front and blocked by Hickey. Taken away by Hookshorst again. Hookshorst a shot blocked by Sinclair as out he comes. Jesse Sinclair down the left wing side. Moves on to the back end, forehand, shoots, and a save made. Fletcher follows it up. On to the point. Moved across to Hickey. Hickey down low. The pressure now here by the Valley. Is that one taken here by Hanley. Moved down low for Sinclair. Sinclair to Fletcher, unable to pull the trigger. That one goes wide as well. Watt trying to pick it up in the corner. Fletcher, head fakes him and gets him off the puck. Here comes Hunter McDonald up to neutral ice. Winds and shoots, and that one whiffed on them wide of the goal. As McGinnis tries to get possession of that. Off the board, stopped up on the point by McGinnis. He can't clear it past Force. Force gets checked. That goes down into the near corner as Jake McGinnis gets after. He gets knocked to the ice by Hickey. As here comes Fletcher down the wing. Fletcher out the play across for Kerrigan. Kerrigan stops up, makes a move on McGinnis. Onto the point. Seaman a shot through distance. Patted aside there by Forrence into the corner. Chisholm on it. Lucas Chisholm up the wing. Outlet play finds McGinnis. Touch play for Davidson. Davidson chips into the corner and chases it down against Hickey. Here comes Seaman down the wing. Seaman outlet play for Sinclair. Amos Sinclair working up against Ellis. Ellis strips over the puck. Jonah Ellis, outlet play for Davidson, picked off by Stoddard. Stoddard checked by Ellis, but he gets past him. Stoddard's got a man with him in Hood. Turning with it. He gets checked by Ellis. Trying to take him off the puck. Fleet there to help him out. Good pressure here by the Valley. Hood gets a hold of it. Hood, backhand shot and a beauty of one off the mast of Forrence into the netting for a stoppage. That was a skill play by Hunter Hood with the backhand. Quick release there off the mask of Forrence. Head butted it into the netting. In this game, a little tighter defensively as far as the scoring is concerned thus far. Who knows if it'll open up either at this stage in the second or later in the third. Only time will tell as Kieran McDonald trying to chip it past Connolly. Held at the line by Hood. Hood moves it for Connolly. Connolly turns, waits, and shoots, and that one blocked in front. Picked up by Thomas McCacken. McCacken out to neutral ice. Holds on around the back end. Dips the shoulder against Arnold. McCacken hit from behind there by Arnold, and another hit there in the corner as teams pile up here in the corner as things get a little out of hand here in the second. Officials looking to bring some order here to this situation. As we'll see the penalties called on this play, and whether or not there's an advantage of either team after this officials discussing the nature of the calls here before making the decision. Already Arnold going to the box here. So Lucas Arnold in the box for boarding, and a roughing call going against the Islanders' Will Chisholm. So this will be 5-on-5 hockey here for the next little while. And if penalties remain as they are, 5-on-5 the remainder of the second. Shots are 33-23 in favor of the Valley Wildcats thus far in this hockey game. 3:48 remaining in the second. Off the tie-up, Watt trying to get a stick on that. Taken away by Fleming. 3-on-2 the other way for the Valley. Good stick check there, but it's intercepted by Hood. Moves it across. Play in front of it. A great pad save there by Forens. On the point, Seaman. Seaman stepping in front of that shot. Another straight save there. Trentham gets a hold of it. Trying an outlet pass, blocked off by Seaman on the point. Spins it into the corner. Chisholm. With the near side wall picked up by Seaman on the point. Tries to clear it in front. Picked off by McDonald. And he finds Watt. Lex Watt down the left wing side. Trying to step free. Watt. Shot by McDonald is blocked. And that one out into the Islanders bench for another stoppage. In play.
Valley Wildcats penalty to number 16, Lucas Arnold. 2 minutes for boarding. Time of penalty 16-12. Islanders penalty to number 17, Will Chisholm. 2 minutes.
McDonald wins the draw to Fleet. Unable to get the shot away as McGinnis tries to clear it into the zone again. Hickey gets possession. Hickey. Play on the near side, unable to get past Sinclair as Fleet gets a hold of it now. Fleet trying to dance, picked off by Sinclair. Sinclair on the backhand feed on the near side to Hanley. Hanley chips it ahead, picks it up, drops it to Sinclair. Sinclair trying to feed it. Fletcher a shot, then past the blocker side. Hanley spins it around. Outlet play across. As Fletcher got it to Sinclair, or Hickey rather, tries to get it deep. Hanley spins it around the boards. Ellis on the reception, behind his goal. Tries to feed it there. Rich in the corner. Feed in front, a shot there is blocked. Ellis. Off the near side wall, trying to find Davidson. As Fletcher holds the line. Good pressure here by the Wildcats. Turning it to Sinclair on the point. Jesse Sinclair moves it across for Connolly. Connolly. Back across. Hickey on it. Hickey a shot from distance. Save made through the screen by Florence as Ellis turns behind his own goal. Great forechecking pressure once again, trying to force mistakes over the Islanders' core. As McDonald gets it free to Fleet. Fleet dances to the back end and able to get the shot away. Colby Fleet again. Drops it for McDonald. McDonald. On the point, McHacken winds and shoots. That one goes wide. Force on it on the wing. Handed by McDonald. Almost intercepted there by McGinnis, but unable to do so as McDonald gets a hold of it now. Kieran McDonald down the wing. Gets passed, trying to slide a pass across, and he's tripped on the play. And that'll take a penalty here as Hanley goes to the box. Once again, this power play now brought to you by Zephyr Contractors. A minute 12 remaining in the second period of play. The Islanders with a chance on the power play. And a tight contest like this, the next goal could be a big momentum turn. Put the pressure on. As McGinnis on the draw. Wins it. Across to Chisholm. Lucas Chisholm drops it off. Quick shot goes wide. As that was McDonald pulling the trigger. Back across for Kieran McDonald off the boards. Back to Chisholm. McDonald moved across. McGinnis a shot. Blocker save. Rebound chance. It's loose in front. They score! The Islanders capitalize here late in the second period of play. And it's a power play goal. They lead the game 2-1 here with just 52.2 remaining in the second period. That's a huge goal for the hometown Islanders. We'll find out shortly who got the goal. I didn't catch exactly who put it in the net. There was a crowd gathered in front. Hookshore skating in, drops it off. Back in for another shot, that goes wide. Hookshore's in the corner. Tries to drop it off. Loose in front. Outlet play across, intercepted by Trenum. Here come the Islanders the other way again. Out front for Hookshores. Went in deep. McDonald trying to swing it in front. Fleming on it. Fleming outlet play through neutralized. Trenum picks it up and fires it back into the zone. One blocked off. Hard check in the corner there. As that one picked up by Hookshores with a backhand shot. Blocked in front. Here comes Fleming down the wing. Just 4 seconds to go. Fleming spins it in front of the net. Deflected there. And that'll do it here for the second period of play. 2-1 Islanders on that late power play goal.
Islanders would like to thank the following goal sponsors: Beaton Mechanical Limited, B&N Distributors.
The Islanders take a 2-1 lead into the third period. This intermission brought to you by Ron McGilvery, Cheb Buick GMC. Whether you're looking for a new or a new-to-you vehicle, Ron McGilvery, Cheb Buick GMC has you covered. With a wide range of selection, amazing deals, knowledgeable and friendly staff that will get you into your dream vehicle. Visit Ron McGilvery, Cheb Buick GMC, and Ron McGilvery Certified Pre-Owned Center at 75 St. Andrews Street in Antigonish, or call at 902-863-2803. That's 902-863-2803, or shop online at rmggm.com. That's rmggm.com. Islanders would also like to send a thank you to Zuffin Contractors and Ideal Concrete for participating in their co-branding program. In addition to being a member of the Islanders sponsorship team, they will also be sponsoring tracksuits for the 2025-26 coaching staff and players, so a thank you to them as well. And also a special thank you to Nova Trophy for providing the Islanders players and staff with Islanders hoodies this season. So once again, Jake McGinnis credited for the goal here to take the Islanders. We'll have a lead going into that third period. Stay tuned for the third period coming at you live shortly after this break. And we are back for this third period of play. The Islanders with a late goal on the power play by Jake McGinnis to end that second period. Give themselves a 1-goal lead heading into this third frame. We'll see how the Valley Wildcats respond. They have 20 minutes with which to work. More than enough time for them to tie this hockey game. And who knows how things could turn in this third period of play. Only time will tell. We're about to have this puck drop here to start the third period of play. Colby Fleet up against Jesse Sinclair. Fleet wins the draw back to Lucas Chisholm. Chisholm chips it into the corner for the Islanders. Stopped up behind the goal by Meaden. Near side Hanley. Hanley picks it up. Drops it off for Sinclair. Jesse Sinclair looks to chip it ahead and does so. McDonald there to retrieve it for the Islanders. Chisholm, outlet play off a skate of Fletcher as McDonald picks that up. Hunter McDonald.
Last goal scored by the Cape Breton Islanders. The goal was scored by number 27, Jack McGinnis, assisted by number 5.
And so the goal scored by Jack McGinnis, number 27, rather than Jake McGinnis. Jake McGinnis did get an assist on it, however. Onto the point, Chisholm a shot. That one blocked in front. Trentham follows it up. Into the corner, Arnold off the side of the goal. Almost a misplay there as Hanley picks it up and chips past the defense. Here come the Valley the other way. Hanley down the left wing side. Hanley a shot. Save made by Florence, and he covers it for the whistle. Hunter Hood on the draw against Carson McCacker. Shot off the draws, blocked in front. Here comes Will Chisholm down the left wing side. Knocks it into the corner, stopped up for Hanley. Hanley onto the wing. Outlet play for Hood. Hood chips it past the defense and McCacker.
The winner of today's 50-50 draw.
Carson McCacker on the near side wall. Got to move it ahead. At the neutral ice, Hood gave it away to Chisholm. Will Chisholm dragging it, taken away by Hood in transition. Hood off the wall, nice soft area pass for Connolly. Connolly backhand shot, that one past the glove hand side low as Hanley tries to move it ahead. Fleming finds Hood on the far side wall. Hood with a check there on McCacken. Dropping it off to Connolly, who gets past the defense. Connolly, he's got Fleming with him. Connolly stops up. Working free, drops it off. For Kerrigan a shot, blocker aside by Forrest. Is in the wing, comes Davidson. Forrest takes a hold of it, tries to find Wilson. Wilson on the near side. Can't get past the defense. Forrest drops it for Seaman. Seaman, outlet all the way across, down the ice it goes. That'll be icing here against the Valley. Face-off taking place to the right of the goaltender, Aaron Meaden. Aiden McDonald on the draw, up against Kerrigan. Tipped ahead, stopped up by Force in front, knocked out of the air, and covered finally by Meaden. Face off in the offensive zone for the Islanders. McDonald on the draw. Off the draw onto the point, McGinnis. Down low for McDonald. McDonald behind the goal. Touch play in front. Backhand shot is stopped and blocked in front by Wilson on defense. As Amos Sinclair looks to clear. Quick shot. That one goes wide. Force. Off the boards, picked up by Trentham. Trentham a shot from distance. That goes wide. McGinnis fires into the corner. Watt chases it down against Seaman. Trentham on the point. Shoots from distance. Deflected wide by Kerrigan. As Davidson gets a hold of that. Gave it away. Sinclair dumps it in. Forrest trying to get after it against Trentham. Dropped off to McGinnis. McGinnis finds Davidson. Davidson, outlet play. Here comes Watt. Watt skates in, tries to dance towards the fence and knocks his man to the ice. And Arnold, who tried to take the body on him and got the worst of it. That brings the crowd to its feet here at the Al McGinnis as Forrest moves ahead. Forrest stops up. Trying to play it in front, picked off there by Fleet. Fleet on the boards. Chisholm. Chisholm on the near side for Watt. Watt again. This time Arnold got the better of him on that one. But that's going to be called here. That's going to be a head contact penalty to Arnold on that body check. And so another power play going to the Islanders here. This one brought to you by Zephyr Contractors as Arnold goes to the box for head contact. As once again the Islanders on the power play. They struck late in that second period on the power play to climb ahead. And Jet McGinnis is back on the ice. He got an assist on that goal by Jack McGinnis on the power play. And off the tie-up taken by Tredham. Tredham holds on to it on the blue line. Shot there, tipped on. A great save, rebound chance. And off the goal post. And play whistled down as the net was knocked off the moorings. And the crowd getting into it once again here. So just to set up this face-off, brought to you by Zephyr Contractors. Lance Hookshorst on the draw. He's going to get tossed here as Carson McCacken steps in to take the draw. Carson McCacken wins the draw back to Trenham. Trenham down for McGinnis. McGinnis back for Trenham. Trenham back for McGinnis. Play across. McCacken chases it down. Hookshorst in the corner. On the back end finds Chisholm. Onto the point to Trenham. Trenham across to McCacken. One touch over to Chisholm. Back for Trenham. Trenham on the point. Holds the line. Drops it off. Play across to McCacken. One-time shot. That one goes wide. Against the grain drive. McCacken again. Down low for Hookshorst. Hookshorst onto the point to Trenham. Trenham waits. Steps wide, holds on, shoots all the way through, and that one through the blue paint and wide. Trenham on it again. Turns with it. Goes it in front, backhand shot, save, rebound chance in front, they lose. And they score! It's in the net, it's going to be Hookshorst with the goal. And Sinclair is protesting it here. The Islanders with a power play goal to make it 3-1 here in the third. So a 2-goal cushion for the hometown Islanders here. Still plenty of time left to play here in the third, however. Don't count the Valley Wildcats out just yet, as they can easily climb back in this one, giving away in front. Backhand feed goes all the way through neutral ice, as Wilson has to pick that one up on defense. Wilson. Move across, saucer all the way through to Force and hops over his stick as Ellis gets a hold of it. Ellis chips it in the corner there. As McDonald hit to the head there again, and that's going to be another hit to the head penalty likely. And that's going to go against the Valley Wildcats once again here. That's another power play brought to you by Ideal Concrete going to the Islanders here. As Kerrigan goes to the box. That's a 4-minute double minor here. Hunter McDonald on the draw. Off the draw, McDonald finds Ellis. Fleet on the near side. Lost to Ellis. Ellis a shot through a screen off the backside of Wilson and taken by Force. Force on the near side. Ellis has to chase that one down here for the Islanders. He's hounded there by Fletcher. Spins off him. McDonald. Ellis there to help him out as Force gets after it on the forecheck. Ellis drops it for Fleet. Colby Fleet thinks wiser of forcing the play as he turns with it now. Another play on the near side for Hunter McDonald off his stick. McDonald hounded by Fletcher. Works behind his own goal. Hunter McDonald. Now skating through neutral ice. There he comes with some speed down the wing. Hunter McDonald drops it off, and that one picked off by the Valley defense as they clear the zone. Sinclair up against Ellis. Sinclair trying to knock Ellis into the boards. And they tie up as here comes McDonald down the left wing side. Hunter McDonald down the wing. Drops it off. Here comes McCacken. Shot off a blocker of Meaden into the corner. McCacken spins it on the back end around for Jake McGinnis. Up against Hickey. That one all the way down to kill some more time. 2:35 remaining in the advantage for the Islanders. Here comes Trenum. Left wing side to Chisholm. Will Chisholm holds on, shoots, and that one goes wide. Chisholm, or Hookshorst rather, finds McCacken, a quick shot off the blocker. Stopped up by McGinnis, drops it off for Chisholm. Chisholm back for Trenum. Trenum across, McCacken a drive, that one goes wide. Sinclair off the boards, held there by Chisholm. Chisholm trying to find Trenum. Trenum moves it across for Chisholm. Chisholm a shot, that one sails over the goal. McCacken once again with it. Drops it off for Hookshorst. Hookshorst back for Trenum. Trenum stepping free. Trenum holds on, shoots. That one goes through and all the way through the blue paint and wide as the crowd reacted to that one as it got close there. Trenum again, shoots. That one sails over the goal. Jake McGinnis on the wall, trying to hold the line. Still being able to hold pressure here as that one goes all the way down. Stopped up by Forrence as he finds McCacken. McCacken drops it off for Trenum. Fired into the zone by Hookshorst. And the Islanders try to get another cycle play going here as that went off the wall. Picked off by McCacken. Hookshorst there to help him out. Looked in front, off the ceiling for stoppage in play. Minute and 5 remaining here in the double minor for head contact. So this could be a pivotal penalty kill here for the Valley Wildcats if they're able to complete it and get offense served in the other end to try to climb back in this hockey game. The Islanders with that 2-goal cushion, and they've had the majority of pressure in these last couple minutes. Ellis. Moved on the left wing side. McCacken unable to clear it out. McGinnis rather. That goes all the way down the ice. Jesse Sinclair goes to retrieve that. Sinclair trying to dance past Ellis. Ellis takes him off the puck and finds Chisholm. Lucas Chisholm. Up the ice trying to spring Davidson. It's moved across. Ellis chips it past. Davidson turns. Off the near side wall. McGinnis shovels that into the corner as Watt chases it down. Hanley on it. One touch out of the zone by Seaman, wasting no time getting it down the ice as Forrest stops it up behind his own goal. For Chisholm, just 10 seconds remaining here in the power play. Looks like the Valley are going to be able to kill this one off as that one taken out. Moving on the left wing side to Hunter McDonald as he skates up. McDonald down the wing, shoots off the side of the goal, bounces in front, and is picked off by Hickey. Hickey outlet play up neutral ice. Here it comes Fleming down the wing. Morgan Fleming trying to spring Connolly. Drops it off to Connolly. Touch play in front for Hood. Back to Connolly. Behind the goal. Now the Valley looking to get some pressure. On to Wilson. Wilson back. Down low for Fleming. Fleming turns. Knocked off the puck by McCacken. Here comes Fleming. Skating free, center ice shot. It's tipped in front by Hood, unable to get the shot away. He stopped it up for himself. Connolly in the corner. Connolly backhand feed across. Looking for a wraparound opportunity, and another penalty being called here. And it's a slashing call. Looks like it's going against the Islanders now, so another penalty called here. This time against the Islanders as Hunter McDonald goes to the box for slashing. And this power play brought to you by Zeppelin Contractors will go to the Valley Wildcats. A huge opportunity here. Just nearing the halfway point of the third period of play. The chance to pull back within one on the power play. To put some tension into the air here at the Al McGinnis as Seaman drops down off the faceoff. Drops it off to Kerrigan. Back for Seaman. Pushed across, fired down the ice by Fleet as McDonald looks to chase it down on the penalty kill. Fletcher moves it across. Outlet play for Sinclair in stride. Finds Force. Force. He gets knocked down. That goes down the ice.
2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 9:55.
Jacob Seaman drops it off for Jesse Sinclair. Valley captain moves up the ice with speed. Gets the legs churning and burning as he moves in. Holds onto it, shoots, he scores! What a goal! Jesse Sinclair, big celly there. As the captain strikes on the power play for the Valley. And they pull within one here with plenty of time remaining in the game. And some choice words for the fans in attendance there on the far side.
We'll pause now for a 1 minute timeout.
And we'll pause for a TV timeout here.
Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made.
And we're back to start. Right off the draw. Moved across to Kerrigan. He chips it into the zone. Stopped up by Forens. He covers it. And an offensive zone faceoff to take place here for the Valley.
Valley Wildcats goal, scored by number 23, Jesse Sinclair, assisted by number 8, Nolan Fletcher, and number 15, Jacob Seaman. Time of the goal, 10:39.
Face off in the offensive zone here for the Valley Wildcats. Sauter trying to push it ahead. Off the wall, picked up here by McGinnis in stride. Dumps it in off the stick of Meaden as he's forced to cover. And Stoddard getting involved with McGinnis in the corner there. Face-off taking place in the offensive zone here for the Islanders. Aiden McDonald on the draw against Jesse Sinclair. I think he has to go off the ice. Taking off the draw by McGinnis in front of the net, and that one threw everybody all the way through to neutral ice. Dump back off the wall. Seaman picks it up. Another play up neutral ice, picked off on McGinnis. Taken by Sinclair. He gets checked into the penalty box area by McGinnis. And he's turning with it now. Moving it across. Seaman. Backhands it into the corner. As Chisholm turns with it. McDonald in the corner. On the near side wall, chipped out and down the ice by the Islanders. And icing waved off here. Seaman picks it up. Jacob Seaman behind his own goal. Moves it up the ice to Sinclair. Sinclair lead pass ahead for Fleming. Unable to read it as that one picked off here by Connolly. Connolly unable to get past the defense. Ellis over to Johnny McGinnis. Picked off there by Hood in stride. Hood down the wing. Turns with it. Holds on. Nice pass across to Wilson. All the way through and blocked by Ellis on the way to the goal. Ellis turns with it now. Jonah Ellis. Handled by Fleming. He gets into the zone there. Gets that one off the backboards. Finds Arnold. Arnold off the side wall to Fleming. Fleming. Couple stick handle moves and he gets out to neutral ice. Fleming move wide. Shoots there from distance. That one goes over the goal and wide. And one picked up in stride there by Hookshorst. The captain Lance Hookshorst down the wing. Pass in front there looking for McCackern. Back to Hookshorst. Wraparound chance blocked by Wilson. Great defensive play there by number 12 on defense for the Valley. Trenham on the point. Tipped on just past the goal by McCackern. And here comes Chisholm in the goal. Finds Hookshorst. Hookshorst behind the goal for McCackern. McCackern looking to put it out front. And Trenham has to get back one, hands it across. Great defensive play. Cross for Carson McCackern. Down the right wing side. McCackern. Nice soft area pass for Hookshorst and a backhand shot off the shoulder of Meaden into the netting. Non-stop action here throughout the third period of play. Don't blink, folks. You might miss a goal. The shots are now 37-34 in favor of the Valley Wildcats. So the shots in the third period have been on the majority coming on part of the Cape Breton West Islanders. As Fleet makes a drag move off the face-off dot to himself as he gets a hold of it. Drops it off for Davidson behind the goal. Davidson trying to pass it up front. Gets a hold of it. Ryan Davidson lowers the shoulder to protect the puck. Drops it behind the goal for Fleet. Unable to read it as Seaman gets a hold of that. Off the backboards to Hickey. Hickey turns. Finds Amos Sinclair on the near side. Trenham holds the line. And keeps it alive here for Fleet to try to get a hold of it. Fleet battling for the puck. Shot there from distance out and stick aside into the netting by Meaden. Colby Fleet on the draw against Jesse Sinclair. On the draw, picked up there in stride. On the near side, Force backhands it in the corner as Fletcher chases down against McCackern. The far side wall, trying to chip it ahead there was Davidson, unable to do so. Delayed offside. Picked up by McCackern, finds Ellis on the near side. Ellis. Cross ice pass for Davidson, he chips it into the zone. Chases it down against Seaman. Looked in the corner. Force. Play across for Seaman. Seaman down the wing. Fires it up and over onto the stick of McCackern. That's Watt off the boards. Picked off there by Fletcher. Quick shot towards the net. It's loose in front and shot wide. Good pressure now by the Valley here. 5 minutes and 33 seconds to go. Shot there from distance off the glove of Forrence and wide as that one down the ice. Hickey chases it down. Up against Watt. Hickey. Pass on the near side to Sinclair. Picked off by McDonald. He sweeps it into the zone. Dropped off behind the goal to Sinclair. Sinclair. Hard outlet across. Looking for Spring Hanley. It goes past him all the way down. Icing waved off here as Trenham tries to get a hold of it. Stoddard in the corner. Off the boards, gets picked up by Hunter McDonald. McDonald, outlet play across on the near side wall to Trenham. Trenham fires it in on the glove of Meaden and forced to cover is the Valley goaltender. Don't look for the Islanders to hold on to a one-goal lead. Look for them to try to extend it here in the third. Try to give themselves a cushion here against the Valley. As you remember, this was the equal score heading into the third period last game. when the Valley scored on the power play and then ended up taking the lead, and they didn't look back behind them after that as Hood skates in and shoots, and that one blocked in front. On to the point. Taken away by McDonald. Arnold on it. 2 turns with it. Arnold off the near side wall, chipped head by Hood, and Kieran McDonald looking to gain possession there against Hood. Aiden McDonald there to help him out. McDonald hounded there. Cross to McGinnis. McGinnis off the wall. Finds Hunter McDonald to Aiden McDonald. Aiden McDonald down the left wing side. Drives to the center ice of the net. He's hauled down. And the crowd wanted a penalty shot on that, but they're just going to get a penalty. It's a hooking call. And it's a 2-minute minor going for hooking here. Another power play brought to you by Ideal Concrete. As the Islanders are 4:03 remaining in the third, will have a chance to get a 2-goal cushion here on the power play. As they got the advantage unit on the ice here. Off the draw, picked up by Trenum. And a false start there to the draw. About to start this face-off here. As that one cleared down the ice. As McCacken goes and chases it down. Drops it off for Trenum. Trenum turns. Up against Fletcher. Fletcher hounding him, gets him off the puck. Fletcher turns, drops it in front. Hookshores has to go there to backtrack and get a hold of the puck. Minute 35 remaining in the advantage. Hookshore skates in. Hookshores drops it off for McCacken. McCacken switching places with Hookshores, picked off by Sinclair. Jesse Sinclair up the ice. Trying to drop it off for Fletcher. Fletcher trying to skate past Trenum there on the forecheck. Fletcher gets in a hold of it. Tries to drop it for Sinclair. McGinnis drops it off for Trenum. Sam Trenum on the left wing side, dumped in the corner by Will Chisholm. Far side picked up by Chisholm, or McCacken rather. Trying to move it ahead. Stoddard on the back end, clears it to neutral ice. Picked off by Ellis. McGinnis to Ellis. Jonah Ellis. 2:53 remaining here in the third. Moved ahead by Hunter McDonald. McDonald drops it out to McGinnis, a shot, and that one sails over the goal. McCacken on the near side. Quick pass across, looking for McGinnis on the one-time option. Stoddard fires it down the ice. Kill some time as Florence stops that up. Drops it for Ellis. Ellis in behind his own goal. Steps out front. Almost found on that passing attempt as he moves it across there for Chisholm. Lucas Chisholm. Play across to McDonald. Hunter McDonald down the wing. Quick shot and a pad save. Rebound chance in front. Another side. The rebound chance is still loose. And finally covered up by Meaden as the crowd gathers in front. And a few extracurriculars here after the whistle. The Wildcats taking exception to that pressure on the goaltender. A face-off taking place to the right of the goaltender, Meaden. Hunter McDonald on the draw against Connolly. Connolly wins the draw clean. Wildcats hard out all the way down, picked off by Ellis. Ellis turns to neutral ice, picked off by Connolly. Connolly looking to move it ahead. McDonald picks his pocket. Aiden McDonald moves it across. John Hugh McGinnis outlet off the near side wall for Kieran McDonald. Checked hard by Hanley, but gets it to McDonald. Aiden McDonald down the wing. Vast in front of that shot. They score! It's Hunter McDonald from Aiden McDonald and a pretty passing play down the wing. And the Islanders take the lead 4-2 here in the third. As the crowd goes wild here at the Al McGinnis Sports Center. With a minute 47 remaining on the clock, that should ice the game for the Islanders. And that's Hunter McDonald with another goal on the season. On a pretty pass from Aiden McDonald. On the near side of Colby Fleet, he dumps it in the corner.
Goal scored by number 15, Hunter McDonald.
Davidson hounding his man Seaman in the corner.
Number 92.
And a penalty coming up here to Davidson. And don't blink, folks. This is a roughing call coming against Davidson here. And so a huge moment here, as understandably so, the Valley Wildcats coaching staff calling a timeout here to discuss some strategy. As we have a minute 23 left on the clock, the Valley going to be likely pulling the goalie here for this power play unit. It'll be a 6-on-4 advantage for them on this face-off in the offensive zone. So a little bit, some tension in the air here at the Al McGuinness Sports Center, as the boys are up by 2 here, but the Valley Wildcats with a chance to make things very interesting in the close of this one. You'll recall in last game how the Islanders made it interesting against the Valley as they were up by 2 near the close of last night's game. It ended up being a 6-5 barn burner of a contest with a close call at the end of the contest with just a few seconds remaining. And the Valley Wildcats looking to make it just as interesting here. This time the shoes on the other foot as the Islanders have the 2-goal lead on them this time. See how this plays out. Minute 23 on the clock. 4-minute double minor against Ryan Davidson. This power play brought to you by Ideal Concrete. Jesse Sinclair, 6-on-4, extra attacker on the ice for the Wildcats. Onto the point. Shot by Seaman off the draw. Picked up here by Fleming. Down low for Connolly. Back on the point to Seaman. Across for Hood. Hunter Hood. Across for quick shot there, deflected into the netting for another stoppage. So time is of the essence now for the Valley Wildcats. Already showing good puck movement and poise here in the close of this contest. Off the draw onto the point, Seaman moves it across to Hood. Hood back to Seaman. Seaman trying to move it across there for Fleming. Just a minute remaining here in the third. Seaman on the point. Across the front. Shot all the way down the ice by Treneman wide. That's going to be an icing call here. Or excuse me, pardon me, it won't be, as the Islanders are down a man. Pardon me on that one, as no icing called in the play as that's moved across to Hood. Hood backhands it into the corner. Connolly on it. McCackern off the boards. Fleet gets a hold of it. Fleet spun off it there as Fleming gets a hold of it. Good battle on the wall. Taken by Sinclair. Sinclair on the side there to Fleming. Back to Sinclair. Moves it in front. Trying to get a shot away. That one blocked. Fleet gets a hold of it. Tries to clear. 20 seconds to go. On the wall. They got to get a shot on goal here to the Valley. Onto the point. Moved across to Hood. Hood a shot. Save made by Forensen. Cleared out to neutral ice. And puck play with a high stick here with 9.3 remaining. And the Wildcats still with 6 attackers on, 9.3 to go. One last rush up the ice. Is that one taken here by Hanley. Holds on. Outlet play, dumped in the corner there by Fletcher as Hood gets after it against McGuinness. That'll do it here. The Cape Breton West Islanders win the Sunday matinee rematch by a score of 4-2. As they avenge their loss of yesterday evening with a win of their own here. And so the weekend ends on a high note for the Islanders. And once again, thank you folks for tuning into this contest. This has been Brendan Maloney from High Button Sports. Thanking you all, and hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Stay tuned for our next one.